Hey friends, today we are here to do some quick teacher appreciation gifts. I am room mom for one of my kiddos, so we're putting together a yellow themed basket. We're going to be making a little tumbler for her. We're going to do a keychain that matches the theme. And then we're also going to be putting her name on this little cute pencil pouch. I thought this was so cute. And it should go well with the theme of the basket. So let's get to work. First, we're gonna do the tumbler. So let's clean the tumbler first with some rubbing alcohol. And I'm just using this little rubbing alcohol. We're gonna clean it. I can see all my little dust particles and my fingerprint on it because I use a lot of lotion. So let's do that. And let's bring in, I cut this with my Cricut Maker 4, and I used vinyl settings for cutting it. I did not adjust any settings. I simply used what Cricut already has as a default when you select your materials. Just taking the insides of the letters out. And what I'm doing right now is called weeding, and I can put a video, I can link a video here that will show you what weeding is, and it shows step-by-step process, the materials you need, what it is, how to do it. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch that. So this is going to be for the tumbler. Now we need some transfer paper. We're going to take some transfer paper and we're going to cut it down to size so we don't waste any material. And we're going to be using this when we do the keychain as well. So let's cut it down to size. And I love this transfer paper because it has the grid line, so it makes it easy for you to align things. Although I don't use them for alignment, to be honest. I use them more for the cutting purposes. And to help me save on wasted vinyl, wasted transfer tape. All right, take this off. We're going to put this on our vinyl. We're going to burnish, and we're going to press the vinyl into that transfer tape, front and back, to make it easier to take out. Now we're going to bring in our cup cradle. And we're going to make sure that we have the top. I'm going to put it this way. And we're going to center it in the yellow. So when I measured from here to here, but I want to have it centered. Perfect. Now we're going to burnish it. And this is just premium vinyl. Use Tech Wrap or Oracle 651, which is the permanent vinyl. We're going to remove that, and there is our tumbler. How pretty is that? Pretty quick and personalized. So let's put that to the side. Now we're going to bring in our keychain, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to weed out the design for the keychain. And these keychains come with a little carrier sheet to protect the acrylic. So let's remove that as well. Be careful not to scratch the acrylic. I'm not going to use alcohol on this because clearly I just took this out. It's clean. Let's weed out the design. Now this design, I'm going to do some reverse weeding on it because it's so tiny. I feel like when it's so tiny and delicate, it is easier for you to reverse weed, meaning you do the opposite of what we just did. And if you don't understand, you're going to watch me do it just now. Only what we want. Let's make sure we burnish this. It's very dainty. It's so tiny. And I want it to have that tiny lettering. Patience is the name of the game. I'll fix that R as soon as we are done weeding this. Here we go. We're finished with the Mrs. Peters. Got it all fixed. Now let's get rid of all these little pieces of vinyl on my finger, or it's gonna end up on my project. So now we're gonna bring this back in. We're gonna take our design and we're gonna center it in between the two brown lines as best we can. And we will burnish it on. Make sure it sticks on properly. And then take our transfer sheet off. And voila. Isn't that cute? How cute that is. So tiny. And now for our last project, we're going to bring this back in. We are going to get our little easy press here. It's the Cricut easy press. And we're going to warm it up. We're going to be using medium pressure. And I just got that from the Cricut heating guide, guys. If you go in there and you put in what your material is, it's actually cotton. And then I'm using a glitter iron-on only because this, I don't know if you can tell, but it has kind of a texture to it. So I don't like using regular iron-on on something like this because I feel like the texture will show through. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a cute, and it's a gorgeous, like rainbow colored glitter. And I could use this for the weeding. And once again, we're just putting her name on it. Same font. All projects today are being done with the same font. And right now we're just going to weed out the design before we place it on our material. And glitter iron-on is actually so much easier to weed. I feel like iron-on in general is such an easier material to work with. I feel like I'm always struggling when I'm doing anything with adhesive iron-on. Of course, I'm gonna jinx myself here. And there's the press ready for us. So we're taking everything we don't want in our design. Now, what you do need to be careful with when you're weeding iron-on is to make sure you don't leave anything on the carrier sheet, because that will get on your project. It will iron on. And they do sell some vinyl removers, and I have used them before to fix our mistakes, but remember, there's no mistakes in crafting, really. But if you were to forget to weed out a part, like when you're doing stuff with flowers, it's a very common thing to happen. You forget the inside of a leaf or the inside of a flower. We're humans, right? But, if you're looking for perfection, then we're not really crafting. Okay. So now you're going to decide whether you want the zipper to this side or the zipper on this side. I'm going to go with this. And we're going to put her name right here. Perfect example. Forgot to take a piece out. There we go. I'm going to put that right there. And also do this and put it right there. let's go. Let's bring in our little mat. And yes, the mat, this glass board is heat resistant. However, I don't like doing that. So we'll pre-press this just to get any moisture out. Let me get the lint roller. Not lint roll anything that might be on it, because this has been sitting here in my craft area for a while. Let's put that away. And now we're going to place, now the good thing about this is it's a little sticky, so you can place it wherever you're going to want the design to go. I think that looks good. And let's go for it. Now the Cricut Easy Press is meant for you to constantly move it around. It's not like a regular heat press that we, clamp down and then leave it for 10-15 seconds. Now this does say 12 seconds, but we're going to monitor it. I would say 10 seconds is more than enough. I am putting a little bit of pressure because it is glitter iron-on. And now we're going to put this to the side. Take it off of the heat mat because this does keep some heat on it. So we want to get the heat off. And let's turn it over, kind of draw out that heat before we take the carrier sheet off. You want to have it cool down and you'll feel it. You actually feel the heat coming off of it. Now, monitoring it as you're taking it out in case there are any areas that you see any lifting. If there are any areas with lifting, then you would put your carrier sheet back on it, and you would simply put your carrier sheet back on it, and you would kind of put a little bit of more heat. But this was perfect. There is no areas that are lifting. And there is her little pouch. So we have the pouch, we have her little tumbler, and the tumblers did come with a little straw and a little cleaning brush. So I'll put that in her basket. We did her keychain. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little basket I have here. I have a little basket. That I'm going to put everything in. So I'm going to do this. I have a little drink I got for her. I got some Oreos. Everything is yellow themed, right? I have these peelable tropical banana gummy candies. I'm going to put that in there for her. And then it's going to have the little pouch. We have a gift card that's going in there. We'll have this for her, which I can kind of stand here, hanging it off of the little straw. And then what I did was this cute little banner. I designed this in Canva. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's just a bunch of rectangles and triangles. And we'll put that in here. The gift is from her whole class, so this should be great. All right, guys. I will come back with more ideas for teachers. I still have to do our personal gift for her. I think I'm going to be using our laser for that. And maybe I'll post on my Instagram some of the other themed baskets because we're doing a different theme every day. So Monday is red, orange, yellow, green, and then we're combining blue and purple for Friday since there's only 5 days in the week. Okay, chicos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and like the video to help us get more viewers in.